Hi my Stampin' friends, I'm Sandra at artypapercrafters.com, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Thank you very much for joining me today for my tutorial, and the tutorial that I have for you today is this very pretty card with a little scalloped front edge which has been cut off, and it's been stamped with the Happy Birthday Gorgeous stamp set. And with that comes a matching bundle framelit die, the Happy Birthday die, which cuts out like this. And in order to get some dimension on your project with this, I have cut it out with some fun foam, and you can see that I have got some very nice dimension on my Happy Birthday there using some fun foam. And so we're going to make this card today, and I'm going to show you how I did that. So let's move everything to one side. I'll bring in my pieces. This is a piece of fun foam which I got from Amazon, and this is from www.craftplanet.com. And this is some fun foam which measures 9 by 12 inches, and it is, let me get my ruler, it is about 1/16 of an inch or 2 millimeters thick, and that's where that come from. So I've cut a little piece off that for my Happy Birthday die, and I have used the whole lot of lovely designer papers on my cards here. Very pretty set, lots of papers, 12 in this pack, 2 of each design. Very pretty indeed. I love it. So let's get started on our measurements. So today I'm using a piece of Tranquil Tide cardstock which measures 8 1/4 by 5 5/8, and I have scored it at 3 1/2, and I've put it into my big shot using this little scalloped edge. And this scalloped edge is part of the Colourful Seasons. You can buy the framelit dies on their own. This comes with it. So you can buy that on its own, the dies, or you can buy it as a bundle with the stamp set called Colourful Seasons. Very pretty stamp set for all 4 seasons of the year: spring, summer, autumn and winter, so very versatile. And that is what I have used to cut that lovely scalloped edge, and I'm going to show you how I did that on my piece of crushed curry, because the crushed curry sits on the front there, and that measures 5 3/8 by 3 1/8. I've got a piece for the inside of my card which measures, that's Whisper White, and that measures 5 3/8 by 4 5/8. And then I have a piece of DSP which sits on the front there once I've cut my scallop, and the DSP measures 2 1/2 inches by 5 1/8. So that's all the measurements. So let's cut our quirky edge into our piece here. So let's get the big shot over. And I'm using my magnetic platform. What is that anyway? Right, so line that up on the long edge with the scalloped edge just where the scallops are. You just line it up so that those scallops come along that edge. Like that. What's going on here? So line it up so that your scallops are nice and even. I don't think it likes this plate because it's a little bit warped. Too much use, I think. Right, I'm going to get some tape now. Had enough. So let's get some washi tape and stick that down. This really isn't hard work, although this machine's making it hard work. So line that up so that your scallops line up perfectly. Lid on, run it through the big shot. So that's that edge cut. And while we've got the big shot out, we're going to cut out our happy birthday with our fun foam. So I've put the magnetic plate down for that. And we'll get our fun foam and put it on there. And our happy birthday. Down on there. Run that through a couple of times. So that's our fun foam cut. Get rid of the big shot, that's in the way. Right then, let's come back in here. So we've cut that little edge. And all you're left with, all you've cut off that edge is just a slither really, so you're not losing much. So you haven't got a lot of wastage. So that's that cut. I'm going to put that away because I do not want to lose it. So I really do love these dies. And if you look after your dies, they'll last you a lifetime. Right then. So let's start putting this together. So fold your card over and with your bone folder press that down. That layers on the top there, like that. And then that layers on there. So we're going to glue this down. So a little bit of liquid glue. I'm going to get some scratch paper because I'm making such a mess everywhere with this glue. Could get carried away with it. Right, so glue that down on your piece of crushed curry. I don't know if I said what colour that was. Can't remember. But it is crushed curry. It looks good. And then more glue on the back here to glue this down. Onto here. Lining up your scallops, which is just noticed I haven't lined them up very well, but you're going to line them up very well when you do it. So that looks nice. Lovely jubbly. Just cut that little piece slither off. I don't know what that's doing on there, but it's annoying me. Right. So that goes on there. That's our inside piece, which we're going to stamp on in a minute. But first of all, we're going to do our piece on our foam. So we've cut that out in our foam. It's cut out. And I'm just going to get my little die brush and turn it over to the back and rub that over to just get those inserts out from the middle. And they come out very easily. Now Stampin' Up sells some double-sided sticky sheets, and of course you always, with a forethought, wish you'd bought them, but I haven't, so we've got to use ordinary glue to glue this down. But I think I might get myself some of the double-sided sheets, because you can stick it all down onto your dies as you cut them out. So that would have been very useful, but we're just going to use ordinary glue today. Seem to have lots of slithery bits. Let's get rid of these and then run the brush over. Hopefully that'll get rid of them. So that's that. Put that out of the way. Put my die on there, simply. Get rid of the bits. So now we need to glue that onto there, which gives us our dimension. So I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue onto here, and then I'm going to lay that on there, put a bit of glue on here, and then I've got a little clip with some foam on, and what I'm going to do is just go round and put some glue on here. And then we're going to stick this on here. So line that all up on here. not quite sure why I'm all fingers and thumbs, but I am. So that is good. That's lined that up on there nicely. Good. These hairy bits on here annoying me. Right then, so now we want some more glue on here, because now we are going to transfer this onto our front of our card. So dabbing it all over again. I think that this method works very well to save you from spending ages with your bottle. So I think this is a good way to glue it down. And the fun foam, by the way, is very inexpensive. So lift that up, move that out of the way, bring your card over, and that sticks to the front of your card like that with dimension, which is lovely. Now we're going to stamp. We're going to do some stamping, so let's move those out of the way. And we're going to stamp on our card for the middle. And what we're going to do first of all, we're going to get our pencil and we're going to measure 3/4 of an inch from this right edge, so 3/4 of an inch, which is here, and we're going to make a mark, measure down here 3/4 of an inch and make a little pencil mark, because now we're going to do some stamping on here. I seem to have a mark on here, that's better. Cannot have marks and rubbish. Right, so turn that round that way because we're going to stamp our sentiment. And the sentiment that we're going to stamp is from the Happy Birthday Gorgeous, and we're going to stamp It's Your Day. So prep that up on our block. And we're going to do, what colour ink I'm going to do that with? We're going to do that with crushed curry, I think. Crushed curry ink. And we're going to stamp down in the middle, about the middle. It's Your Day, like that. And what I've done is I've left a little tiny space down here to put the word Celebrate from the same stamp set. And we're going to use, for that we're going to use Tranquil Tide. So into the ink and stamp Celebrate. That's good. And then turning it round this way, and we are now going to stamp some little, I think they're flowers, up the side, and for that we're going to use Old Olive. So I'm doing this at an angle, starting from the bottom and working over to the right hand side so that that fits on there. And I'm doing one down there and one up the top. And then I've got a little flower here. And I'm going to put that in Tranquil Tide first. Tranquil Tide. Down there. One down there. And this flower matches up with this other flower here, so it's 2 steps. This is a 2-step stamping stamp set. So you've got your little flower just there, and that over stamps with that there, and you've got like a little tab just in the corner there. Just in the corner there, you've got a little tab, and you line your tabs up. And there's your little tab just there. So in that, so we've stamped in Tranquil Tide, and now we're going to use Pool Party and line that up and over the top. Easy. And over the top. And now we need a little sentiment across the middle, and we're going to put Make a Wish. We're going to do that in crushed curry. In the middle, Make a Wish. Like that. So that's the stamping done. Put all our inks away. And put our stamp set stamps back. And so that now sits on the inside of our card, but we're going to rub away our pencil marks because we don't want those showing. So rub those away. And then some wet glue to stick this down. And that's going inside our card. Line that up. That's great. Like that. And to finish that off, we need some lovely rhinestones. So I've got a big one inside the flowers, the little flowers. There, and the third one just there, and then inside the little flowers over here, little rhinestone there, and that finishes off our card. And I think that that's rather lovely, so let's get all this rubbish out of the way. So that's our cards that we've made. Very pretty indeed. Very pretty. And that was used with the Happy Birthday Gorgeous and the matching. If you buy this as a bundle, these two, you get 10% off. And that's all from me today. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Thank you very much for joining me. Should you need any crafting products, please click on the link below, which will take you over to my online shop or to the project details. So until the next time, it's bye for now. Bye.